I'm Lady T506. Welcome to my channel. Hello, everyone's. I am here for my review of Manifest Season 3, Episodes 12 and 13, the finale. If you were new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, you one of my peoples, well, welcome back. Before we get into the review, excuse my hair. Today is wash day, and I had it flat twisted last night, and since the humidity in my hair are beefing, my doggone it twist is trying to come up and do all kind of sort of things, so I do apologize. But before we get into this review, let's get into some comments from last week. Now, Quay35 says, Angelina also knows where a house key is now. Although I wonder if she ends up contributing in some positive way in the finale episode of the season. And Butterfly84 underscore realtor replies, yes, I think Angelina is going to kidnap the baby. Where she was headed to back to Cal's house after she dropped him off. I was like, I see where you're coming from. Walter Hat says, I found the logic behind the tail fin causing more problems than the wood piece of the boat. A bit confusing. Why do they need to distort the tail fin? I do like your analysis of Angelina being mistaken that Cal was the only one that cared about her. I was like, right, she tried it on that one when it was the whole family who took her in. Please keep up the good work on the Manifest reviews. Oh, thank you. I will. But this is, this is season finale, episodes 1 and 2. And I was like, I guess the tail fin, the whole plane in itself and the 828ers are connected. So if the tail fin was not supposed to be here in the beginning, in the first place, which we get to in the video, that's what's going to cause all the troubles where we are now. I'm hoping that it's going to be a Manifest season 4. Now, if y'all have not watched Manifest yet, I just found out, I think it was like yesterday or the day before, Manifest seasons 1 and 2 are now on Netflix. And I kind of sort of went back to, refresh myself on some things that was going on. Now, y'all, to the review. Now, I've already done this review once. And when I went to go put my SD card in my computer, it was like, no, ma'am, Pam, we are not contributing to what you're trying to do. I had to restart my computer. I had to do an update. I had to do a lot of stuff. But as I was doing that, some more thoughts came to my mind. And I was like, see, that was a blessing in disguise. Because you had a lot more to say. So I'm going to tell y'all this right now. Go ahead and get y'all some snacks, something to drink, and sit back, because this is going to be a long review. When I tell you, your girl was all in her feelings. A few cuss words slipped out. Now, I don't cuss on this channel. I try to be, respectful on this channel. But as I was watching it, a few cuss words came out. And I'm going to prepare y'all. It's going to be a lot of raggedy heifers in this video. And if y'all don't like that, y'all might want to click out now. But raggedy heifer was the only name that I could have gave this particular person. Now, if y'all watched the episode, I think y'all would feel that she was a raggedy heifer as well. But anyway, Michaela, she has a nightmare that they're on a plane. It's turbulence, blood coming from the ceiling. The only thing is, the only person that notices what's going on is the flight attendant, Bethany. Y'all remember her season 1. She was trying to help smuggle her cousin out of Jamaica because he was being discriminated against. After everybody was off the plane, he snuck off and then kind of had a mental breakdown because people was telling him it was 2018 when just a few hours ago it was 2015. But they was able to come together and get him together. Now, y'all, I like the aspect of flying because if I want to go visit my mama who lives in Georgia and I live in Texas, it's a 2-hour flight to Atlanta Airport. Then I take a shuttle for like an hour and a half. and then a Uber from the shuttle station to my mama's house. So I say it'll probably take me like 5 hours, 5.5. It depends on traffic. Now, I used to, at one point, take a 13-hour ride. My minimum is 9 hours. After that, I get restless. I'm ready to just jump out the car. So, I like flying. But when we get to the turbulence, this is where your girl checks out. I was on a plane, night plane. Plane supposed to be doing this. Plane did this. I'm freaking out, and I'm at a seat like the emergency exit, and the flight attendant is like sitting right in front of me like ain't nothing going on. I'm like, so I'm the only one noticing that the plane then dropped. But my auntie did tell me, you got to think of turbulence is a plane hitting a pothole in the sky. And I was like, okay, I'm going to try to remember that, because I get the tensing up. I'm like, okay, I just need this turbulence to stop. It's never to where bags is flying and we shaking like that. It's more of a that, but still, we in the air, and I don't want this plane moving too much while it's in the air. But yeah. Cal is trying to convince Vance and the people at Eureka that the tail fin can't be there no more. Being he gets a call from Vance like, your son is up here at the Eureka. They thought he was upstairs sleeping, but no, that raggedy heifer, Angelina, also known as single white female lifetime movie nanny, then snuck him off and dropped him off at Eureka and then went on about her business. So Ben is like, I know I'm on house arrest, but I need to take this monitor off so I can go save my son. Olive, she didn't show back up after not being here, after Angelina's little raggedy tail been wreaking havoc in the house. She's like, okay, we're going to take this off and we're going to put it on me. I'm going to walk around the house so they think it's, with me. I don't know how long this trip is going to last. This trick is going to last. But I need you to, get my brother back, essentially. Hold on. I'm finna plug in my, I did not put my charger on my camera, and I do not want to die because I know this is going to be a long video. So hold on. We back. Don't know why I told y'all to hold on. It's not like this is a live video. Y'all know me. But anyways, so we get Olive in the ankle monitor, and okay, we got to get to Eureka. Carol is trying to explain that the tail fin is dangerous, and okay, it's gonna take me a minute because I was doing this through the voice, notes. And sometimes it want to do what it want to do. Sometimes it want to do what I want it to do. So Carol is trying to explain to them that the tail fin is dangerous, and he had a calling. He had a calling, and he drew the tail fin in water. Now he got all these burns on his stomach. Now, y'all remember season 1. Cal is the most sensitive towards the callings. He even has premonitions of what's going to go on. He gets premonition, he writes it down. Next thing you know, it didn't happen. It happened with the 3 thugs, the 3 kidnapping thugs. It was these shadowy figures, and bam, boom, bam, it was them. He's trying to tell y'all something. Season 1, they was experimenting on some man. Not Oliver. What's his name? Cal felt all of this. So he is in my opinion, is the one who has the strongest feelings and intuitions and premonitions towards the calling. Well, doggone it, what's her name? Well, yeah, I ain't got to that part yet. Like, I believe when he said something was going down. Now, he kind of lost me, or he lost me just a little bit when he was on the side of single white female lifetime movie nanny, this ragged heifer Angelina. I was like, okay, you just gonna, go against family. You not seeing how y'all gonna try to become doggone Olive, become a single white female. Didn't you see how she was bitten off close to baby Eden, becoming a lifetime movie nanny, and then she did this stuff today, causing her to be a raggedy heifer? You didn't see that, but still. And what part of you told you that this girl should be in this house at this point? I don't know. But we find out that cow skin is covered in the same sapphire that was on the tail fin and on Ben's hand. So Carol ain't seen this tail fin. Last time he seen the tail fin, you know, besides on TV and all that stuff, was when he was walking on and off the plane. So how do we explain this just popped on his stomach out of the blue? How can you explain that, Dr. Gunther? You was getting on my nerve and then you came around with me in a minute. Now, Bethany explains to Michaela what she saw in her calling. The same thing, turbulence, blood, and all that stuff. But she also saw Egan, Mr. I Like to Steal from Folks, trying to open up the emergency chute. And that's a fear of mine, that I'm on a plane with somebody who is mentally unstable and they decide to open up this emergency chute, and now we got a detour. Another fear of mine. But Michaela, she goes to, you know, Egan, Mr. I Like to Steal from Folks, and he said he felt danger and he needed to get out by opening up the door. And when he did that, he seen a black bird. Now I was like, was that danger you felt from this raggedy heifer over here, single white female, Lifetime movie nanny Angelina? Because I think that's where the danger you felt at, because we got all that in this episode from that raggedy heifer right there. Right as Ben is about to destroy the tail fin, he gets a calling, strong calling. He's underwater. He sees the tail fin, and then Cal, this is Cal, is like floating to the bottom of the, you know, the ocean, and kind of like grabs his hand. So now he got to save Cal. This is leading him to believe that we need to put this tail fin in the ocean. That's where it needs to go. Well, Dr. Gupta feels differently. This is a, you know, a prized possession to the government. She's not trying to send it there. Vance, he's in the middle of a he's in the middle of a rock and a hard place. Like, get rid of the tail fin. I ain't gonna be able to help you and, you know, the other 828 passengers. But if I continue to, you know, I want to help your son. But if I get rid of this tail fin, my job is on the line and I can't help nobody. And I was like, I understand where you're coming from. Got to get a sip of coffee. Talking too fast. Now, y'all, I'm mad because, like, the major, you couldn't just be gone and not raising any kind of havoc out here. You had to, in the great beyond, you still out here causing trouble. Because now her daughter, whose name escaped me, has gotten her possessions, her personal stuff back. And there's an SD card with Sanvi's name on it. So now Jared's wheels are spinning. Egan, Mr. I Like to Steal from Folks, and already told him, yeah, Ben thinks he's hot stuff. He's only all about his family and Sanvi. He got her a cushy job at the NSA. So now Jared's like, something ain't adding up. Ben got Sanvi a job at the NSA. The major got this SD card on Sanvi. Did Sanvi take, you know, was responsible for the major no longer being here? I know. Now, this is as far as characters. I don't want nothing happen to people in real life. But the major was a raggedy person. And Sanvi wasn't trying to put her in arms of Angel. It's just that it was a consequence of trying to get some answers. Yeah. Y'all, I'm thirsty. It is hot out here. I filled this up. I'm already at the 7 o'clock mark. I filled this up at 10. It is 11:51. I filled it up at like 10 o'clock a.m. It is 11:51 a.m. And I done already went from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. in drinking water. Yeah. But anyways, Egan, Mr. I Like to Steal from Folks, he done rallied some other 828ers together so that they can bring down Ben and his family, because Ben now all of a sudden is the agent of the apocalypse. When did this happen? When did he become an agent of the apocalypse? He's been trying to stop the death dates by following the callings. Egan, you've been out here stealing from folks, rallying people together to harm folks. So it seems like you are an agent of evil. So we're going to stop that. Michaela has a calling, and she sees Adrian. Now, y'all know he was that weird man out here. I don't want to say he was prophesizing, but it seemed like he was getting a cult together. Yeah. And she sees that he's bleeding. Well, since Zeke has this newfound, I can feel what people are feeling, he was somehow able to hop into Michaela's calling and feel how Adrian felt. Adrian felt guilty about something. I was like, what do you feel guilty about, Adrian? Tell us more. It's because you done sided with this crazy fool Egan, Mr. I like to steal from folks. Is this what we're feeling? Do you feel guilty about doing this? And y'all, this scene right here, I scramped. I don't even know if scramped is a word, but that is the only way to define the sound that I made. When they trying to take, Cal, take him to the hospital, get him looked at and get him better. He was like, no, y'all not listening to me, so therefore I'm going to run to this tail fin. And when he does and touches it, this little boy disappeared. And a cuss word did escape my mouth. Not going to tell you what cuss word it was. But I was like, what is going on here? Of course, being in Grace, they flip it out like, what is it exactly is going on? Like, what is going on? That was the end of episode 12. Let's see. Yeah, that was the end of episode 12. Cal just disappearing. And I was like, what we gonna do to get him back? Are we gonna get him back in this next episode? And when I tell you, I was so tempted to just fast forward on the slower speed so I could see what happened to my peoples and if everybody was okay. But then I was like, no, you're not gonna do that. You're gonna watch how you're supposed to. I didn't even look at what the episode was gonna be about, because I didn't want to put that in my head and me sitting here getting all kind of crazy thoughts in my head, because y'all know how I feel about this show. I love this show, and I'm mad that this was the season finale. I was mad about a whole lot of stuff, and a whole lot of thoughts was coming through my mind. But y'all, Dr. Goop is sitting over there like, yeah, your son disappeared while we was testing the tail fin, but we need to continue to test. This is science. I'm like, you getting on my nerves. This young man just disappeared. He been telling you, this ain't right. Everything that y'all been doing has a negative effect out here in the world. There was earthquakes in New York. That's not supposed to happen. There was volcano lava coming from the ground. That is not supposed to happen. Yeah, it's science. Child, I was so worked up. So, Vance was like, yeah, this is science. I'm like, Vance, you supposed to be on our side. But once again, Vance lets know that he's going to try to stop everything. I'm going to try to help get your son back. But if I, do anything to go against Dr. Gupta, she going to go over my head. And I'm going to be out here quick, fast, and in a hurry. Now, we see Cal's drawing about what's supposed to go on the ocean. Now, they was like, okay, we have to get his little sketchboard, because that's what Cal does. He has a premonition, he writes stuff down. Grace goes and get it. We piecing things together. Olive had a bright idea. Now, I'm not sure what the correct term is, but when you looking at artifacts and you're trying to scrape away layers and using brushes and stuff like that, they do that in archaeology. She was doing that. And Dr. Gupta, she was getting on my nerves. She's like, that's just a child's drawing. That means nothing. And as she's scraping stuff away, Cal's drawing was a message to her. Because earlier, before Cal, disappeared and whatnot, she was saying how, yes, I understand how things go. My grandma, when she died, she said she's going to be in a star, so I bought a telescope. I don't believe none of that mess and all that stuff they're going on. Well, she became a believer, because when they scraped back some stuff, it was a dragon. And then the higher up lady, she was like, see, I told you there wasn't nothing. And they looked up more. It was Sanskrit. something that Dr. Gupta's grandma was into. I don't want to say into, but knew about. So she knew that this was a message to her. And she was like, she finally realizes that I may be smart, but Cal knows what he's talking about. We need to stop this now. I know you my boss lady now, but yeah, we not testing no more on this. She became a believer. I was like, it's sad it took Cal to disappear for you to believe that, but okay. Egan and Mr. I like to steal from folks have broken into, and his accomplice have broken into Vance's house to get information. Yeah, I was like, I wouldn't think that he would have all this top secret information at his house, but whatever. They thought that the wife was going to be at work. Of course, he going to be at Eureka, kids at school. They didn't take into account that the son was at home sick and catches them. And I was like, is this the guilt that Agent was feeling? But luckily, Vance, as they about to take the tail fin now, he gets word from Michaela that they know where you live and they at your house. So he goes back there. Wait a minute. Vance gets word. Okay, he got that word. Well, Jared and Vance, they was able to get in, take Egan, Mr. I like to steal from folks, and his accomplice down. I was like, okay, good. But as Jared is sitting there, he looking at pictures, and he sees, Vance's right-hand man in a picture. Now, he's like, I remember that dude. He picked me up. He's the one that told me about the major being in the arms of the angel. So he's putting two together. Like, notice something going on here. The puzzles are starting to fit together. What's good? Ben and Sanvi are on the boat trying to put the tail fin in the ocean. The boat's just rocking and rocking. Dude who they've been put in charge. Okay, Vance was like, these two in charge to do what they say do. And he was like, this is some ridiculousness. We're not fit to do this. We need to go back. The water is too unstable. It's too many waves. Sanvi, she decides, I'm getting rid of this thing. If I'm going to save Cal and everybody, we got to get rid of this tail fin. So she goes out there and releases it. But when she does that, she falls in the water. Tail fin falls in the water. Ben has to jump in after her and save her. While she's in the water, she sees the tail fin and it starts to glow. It's like, wow. He was able to get her back in the boat, and then they realized the people who are, I don't know, is it driving the boat, in charge of the boat, steering the boat? There's like, the tail fin is no longer here. It's gone. We don't see any evidence of it. I was like, okay, cool. Now, Michaela, she gets a calling. Adrian, he's all bloody. He's talking about being lost his way a long time ago. How can he save us when he can't save himself? You know what I'm saying. He's lost his way. And I was like, how has he lost his way? Yeah, he did, have that altercation with that dude. But that dude kidnapped his son and put his son in danger. That little boy almost died. This dude called in a bomb threat. What are you talking about? But anyway, Ben and Sanvi, they get a joint calling. They're back on the plane. Now, Sanvi, she hasn't had a calling since she injected herself. So it's like, is this redemption? It's like, maybe so. Cal is sitting there, the only one on the plane, and he says it's not over. Ben asks, where is he? He said he has to go. He says this is the way it has to be. And I was like, what is this is the way it has to be? You're starting to make me nervous. What is this? What is going on? As this is going on, Michaela, I think she's jumped into calling as well, and she's following this trail of blood. And like she sees this light, it's just like, oh, we need to get back. And then she's having this calling. We see this raggedy heifer, single white female, Lifetime movie nanny Angelina, break into the house, stab Grace, and take baby Eden. Now, y'all, when I seen that raggedy heifer earlier in the episode, where was she? With Egan, Mr. I like to steal from folks and the other people, which made me believe that once she dropped Cal off, she went over to Egan, which made me believe she got and has been in contact with Egan, Mr. I like to steal from folks, from the moment he came into that house. You can't tell me that this raggedy heifer just out of nowhere, didn't have nowhere to go, and just bam, she ended up there with Egan, Mr. I like to steal from folks, and the people he's trying to convert to take down the Stone family. There's no way you can't make me believe that. I'm like, I feel justified in my feelings towards this raggedy heifer. I just thought, I'm going to be over here looking crazy these final episodes when boom, bam, pow, she does something and she brings everybody together. But I was like, no, I'm still going to feel the way I feel. She became single white female when she was out here changing her hair color to look like Olive, put the booze on Olive's boyfriend. She became single white female. When she was, oh, you're my guardian, I must be with you, you can't keep us apart. She became a Lifetime movie nanny. She became Raggedy Heifer when she got in them people's house and stabbed Grace. This woman treated you better than your own mom and daddy did. These people took you into their home. And how does Grace get repaid? You almost catching her baby on fire and then getting stabbed and then stealing the baby? Child, I was too through. Child, I was all in my feelings, but as Grace was laying there, bleeding out and everything, she gets a vision from an older Cal. So I was like, when we come back season 4, is Cal gonna be the age that he should be? Like, what are we doing over here, y'all? I'm hot and I'm sweating. I need to drink some water because I've been talking too much and it's hot and I'm sweaty. Y'all don't mind. I'm not smacking, so that should be thing. Y'all, I was too through. I was over here like, this raggedy heifer broke. And I don't know what happened to Olive, because Olive was chilling and she heard Grace scream. We didn't even see what happened to Olive, but we do see Grace with a knife in her gut, and this raggedy heifer walking out the house with baby Eden. She must go down. Now, I need to know from Cal, and what part of we are all connected did your mama need to get stabbed by this raggedy heifer? Where is that a part of the plan? Her brother and already got, put in the arms of the angel because of your boyfriend's people. See, they ain't had nothing but drama. Now I think they ain't had nothing but drama since this raggedy heifer came onto the scene. She been doing the most over here, falling in love with this doggone dude that done kidnap folks. Oh, I'm so in love with him. Oh, I can't be without him. Oh, A, B, C, and D. Oh, now he's in the arms of the angel. I don't know what to do. I'ma blame this raggedy heifer from the brother. What's his name? Tariq. I'ma blame him because it was your boyfriend's people who did it. So I'm blaming you for that. You a raggedy heifer because you stabbed Grace. How we 28 minutes long. Y'all, one of the last things. Dr. Gumta, she about to leave work. And she look at the plane. It's the pilot sitting there chilling. We ain't seen him since season 1 when he flew off in the plane. Did it disappear, explode? I don't remember, y'all. And he's looking like, where have I been? What is going on? What's going on? And she looking like, dude, where you been? And then the whole plane disappeared. I'm like, what? What's going on here? I'm all kind of confused. But lastly, Jared confronts Michaela about, if Zombie put the major in the arms of the angel. And she has to tell him yes. So now he's like, well, now it's your fault. I can't be with the major's daughter. How am I supposed to be with the major's daughter when I know that Zombie is the one who, took her mama out and put her in the arms of the angel? This Michaela's fault. Like, dude, just say you don't want to be with the major's daughter no more. Don't put that mess on Michaela. Child, you tried it. Doggo, the single white female Lifetime movie nanny, that heifer tried it too. Child, I am so Done. If I see her or something else, she's still gonna be that raggedy heifer. So y'all, that was the gist. Hopefully Grace is gonna be alright, because I ain't gonna be able to take it. Baby Eden needs to be, found safe. I don't care if they doggone horse with single white female, Lifetime movie nanny, this raggedy heifer right here at this point, y'all. So y'all, that was the gist. If I left anything out, by all means, leave a comment below. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. It's free all day, every day, free 99. Make sure your notifications are on so when my beautiful face puts up a video, you can click on it, you can like it, you can share it with your people, and you can come over and be one of my peoples. If you're already one of my peoples, welcome back. Y'all know what to do. Tell your people to tell their people to come over and be one of my peoples by clicking that icon above. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.